Oh, how y'all doing? This is Jalen Fly, aka the Mountain Mover. Make sure y'all follow my movement. But in the meantime, check this out. I need y'all to like and subscribe because this is Titans Rossi. Oh, let's go.
What is up, Titan Nation? It's so good to be with you, all you, on a Saturday night. Sorry I had to change the show from last night to tonight, but I got a lot of things going on, and sometimes, it just happens. But I do appreciate all of you being here tonight. We got 16 in the house right off the bat. I know that number is going to grow, so you guys please hit that like and subscribe button if you have it. Tighten up that like button, as we say at the Titan Upload Network, as you can see down here and up in the corner there. And we appreciate you guys so much here at the network, and I can say that from the Power Hour, Titan Upload, and everybody else who's a part of the network. Titans for Life, Spicy Curry, everybody out there. Also, shout out to Titan Anderson, who is a contributor to the network as well. And Titans Time Podcast, we're all kind of a crew, so we do appreciate all of you. So we're going to get into it. As you can see, the topic of this video is, can the Titans turn this ship around? Now, I know you guys have been watching preview videos all week. Titan Upload had a preview. Titan Anderson had a show earlier talking about the Raiders game. We are going to get into that. Of course, we're going to get into the Raiders and Titans because this is a huge game. I mean, some people are saying that that this is not really a must-win game because it's not a division game, but I'm saying it is a must-win game because, and you guys let me know in the chat too, is this a must-win game? Because, if you go down 0-3, I mean, I know we're in the division that we're in, but at the same time, it's just so hard to dig out. It's so hard to dig out of that 0-3 hole. It's hard to dig out of an 0-2 hole. If you look at history, the stats aren't good for a team to make the playoff, even coming out of 0-2, let alone 0-3. So let me know in the chat, just yes or no. Is this a must-win game against the Raiders? I know we're in the division that we're in. I get that. But, is this a must-win game for the Raiders? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. We'll throw them up on the screen. I believe it is. Now, there's some people on Twitter saying, it's not really a Titans can afford. You got to get a win. Right now, you got to get a win, and that's what Vrabel was talking about. Right now, we just need to learn how to win. That's what he said. I feel like we're coming home. We got a perfect opportunity to turn this ship around. We got a perfect opportunity to get a win under our belts, get some confidence back. There was a lot of people haven't talked about this, and you guys let me know in the chat. It baffled me. This baffled me against Buffalo. And I know that the player just got hurt. The guy ran into his own player, cracked him in the head, Dane Jackson, and I believe Dane Jackson is okay now. But if you guys remember in that game, I think we were down. We were down 10 then. I think we were down 10 at that point. I want to say it was 17-7. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. We were down. I think we were down 10. 35 seconds left to go. You get the ball back, and you don't even attempt. Two timeouts. You don't even attempt to go down and at least get a field goal to bring it within a touchdown. It absolutely blew my mind. I was freaking out. I mean, my fingers were going nuts on Twitter. What the hell is the time? What is Vrabel thinking? And I get it, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, after that big injury and all that. I get that, man. But at the end of the day, it's football. That's the risk you take. You don't just quit the game because of it. Like, I just felt like at that point in time in the game, and you guys might disagree with me, I felt like at that point in time in the game, we were, I don't have nothing white. Here's a towel. We were waving the white flag to Buffalo. We were showing them, oh, we're not even going to try. We're not even going to try. You know what I mean? It just blew my mind. Like, at least go and try. You're playing the best team in the freaking league. And you're just gonna, let's just wave the white flag. Let's wave. And to me, it was that point. It was at that point where I knew we were going to lose that football game. I knew it. I just knew it. I was like, here we go. We're going to come out of halftime, go 3 and out, and the Bills are going to start having their way with us. I just felt like that, man. And you know, you guys, some people would disagree. I put it on Twitter. Oh, well, after that big injury, hell no. Injuries are a part of the game, you know, no matter how severe or whatever they are. I get it. You know, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, come on, Vrabel. Like, I'm I'll get off my rant here in a minute, and I'll get to you guys' comments. I'm sorry. I had to start a rant. I haven't had my own show since the Bills game. Vrabel is starting to piss me off, and Titan Anderson's talked about it. Like, I'm starting to question the NFL Coach of the Year. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing with Downing? What's the issue? Like, come on, man. It's like, come on. Put a stop to this. You're the head coach. You're the Gestapo. You're the big guy in Tennessee. Everybody loves you. You got this moxie personality. It's time to take control of this team, Vrabel. It's time to step up and say, look, Downing, if you don't get off your ass, and I don't cuss much on this show, if you don't get off your ass and start producing, we're gonna give you the boot. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. You know what I mean? Because if the players are playing bad, well, obviously, I mean, they don't take Kyle Phillips. They finally took Phillips out of the game after the second missed punt return. But it's like, come on, man, it's time. It's time. You got Tim Kelly, who is a proven offensive coordinator. I'm not saying Tim Kelly's, you know, Mike Shanahan or somebody like that, but it's like anybody at this point could be better than Downing. I believe a high school coach could be better than Downing at this point. Anyways, I'm done there. I'm going to get to some of your comments. Sorry for the rant, but it just pisses me off. It just pisses me off the way that Vrabel is like kind of just letting this stuff happen when it's like, you know, it's time to step up, man. You're going to be at home against the Raiders, an 0-2 team, and the Raiders are not a bad team, guys, and we're going to get into that. The Raiders are not a terrible team. Their defense has been pretty bad, but they played 2 tough teams in the start of the season, and they haven't lost by much, and they've been in the game. And Renfro, I think, is out. We'll look at the injury report. I think Renfro's out, but you still got Devontae Adams, and you got one of the best tight ends in the game who used to be a basketball player, and he's amazing, Darren Waller. Probably one of the top 3 tight ends in the game, and he can kill you, I'm telling you. Anyways, enough of that. Sorry, guys. But we'll get to the answers to this question. Is this a must-win game against the Raiders? And shout out to everybody in the chat. Ducky, I saw you were in here earlier. Titan Pratt said, yes, sir. Houston 77, I see you. Titans Fox is in the building. Andrew Frill, what's up, man? Please subscribe if you haven't yet. And he says yes. Titan Fox, yes. AZ Mick in the building. What's up, AZ? He says yes. The Pelican says yes. Titan Tiger says it's an AFC conference game. It's a must win. I agree with you. AFC Championship preview. I hope so. I hope we're in the AFC Championship. MB says not a must win to this division, but in order for them to do any damage when they get there, then they have to win now. I agree. Steve Poe says, is Kelly on the practice squad or active roster? Who are you talking about, Kelly? Which Kelly you're talking about? He is on the Colts active roster. Are y'all talking about what's his name? The offensive lineman? It is a must win. Alex Mann says we go 0-3. It's going to be a long season. And we really need to get this bad taste out of our mouth. I agree, man. I agree. So we'll get to some of your other comments here. We'll talk about them. Like I said, it's just me and you guys tonight. No guest. Titans for Life was going to come on tonight, but he was at the Tennessee game. And big shout out to Tennessee, man. I mean, they are doing awesome this season. They almost lost that game at the end. But, man, Hendon Hooker is just on fire, man. He is absolutely on fire. A possible Heisman candidate, and Tennessee went out there and they handled business against Florida, man. And I'm proud of them. I am a huge Vols fan. I've actually thought about starting a Vols channel before, but I don't know as much about the players, and so I know all the main players, not like I do the Titans. So that might be something we might do. We might do next season. As far as that goes. And holy crap, we got a $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Titan the Tiger. I really appreciate that. He says, Rossi, if it looks like we were tanking before the bye week, is it possible to trade Tanny, or would we want to? Well, that's a good question, my friend. And the issue is his salary cap this year. I believe that he's, and some of you guys can maybe pull this up on one of those sites, but I believe he's counting like 38 million against the cap, and he's got a bunch of dead cap space. So I don't think there's any way we can trade him until next season. So we're pretty much stuck with the guy. Now, of course, they could, if we're going 0-4, 0-5, if we're 0-5 by the bye week, then you got to look at making a change. If it's if Tannehill's just throwing a ton of interceptions and completely sucking, then yes, I think you got to look at making a change at that point, because really you go 0-5 depending on the division. Hell, you never know. The Colts might be 0-5. There might be 1 or 2 wins in the division at that point, and you're still in it. Who knows? But I think that you got to look at making a change if you're at 0-5. So, man, I really appreciate that. Helps the channel. And thank you so much. Titan Uploads in the building. Tighten up that like button. And yes, you guys tighten up that like button if you haven't yet. I do appreciate you guys very much. You guys make this show what it is. And I do appreciate that. Let me scroll back to some of these other comments here, guys. Let's see. It looked like Vrabel cashed in on and went to the locker room. Yeah, we were talking about the when I was talking about him throwing in the towel. That pissed me off. Titan Titan South was also irritated. Me too, Rossi. I was very furious when we didn't even try to get a field goal at last. Vrabel threw the towel in. I really think Vrabel knew we were going to lose. I think that's why he saved Fulton and Hillard for this game. And you might very well be true. And Houston 7-7, our resident Texans fan who is always in here. We do appreciate your support, even though you're a Texans fan. He says, "Face it, Jags 9-8, Colts 7-9-1, Titans 6-11." I hate to say this, man, but if we lose this game and we don't show some type of improvement, you might be right. And I never thought I would say that to you, Houston 777. I never thought I would. So put that in your pipe and smoke it or save it, either way. SM Ducky says, you have every right to be mad. I thought we should have started Malik at the half. I mean, at the half we were still in it, so I don't think so. Are there any decent free agent O linemen out there? I mean, everybody's talking about Eric Fisher, but I just don't. I think the Titans are stubborn. I think they're going to stick with Dennis Daly and Radens. Now, Radens played good last year on the left side, so there is a little hope in that. Who knows? But they're going to start Daly, man. That they traded him for a 5th round pick. Why wouldn't they? Rossi, this game will tell us everything about our potential for this season. I think you're right. I think you're right, Mr. Tiger. I think this is the game where the fans we're expecting improvement. Any type of improvement would be good at this point in time, right? I mean, good Lord. And Tyra says, amen. Amen to that. I second that, my friend. Let's see. I don't think so, Alex. He loves it in Tennessee. I mean, he made a comment last season during the offseason where he said, well, I'm not going anywhere for a while. So, I mean, he loves it in Tennessee. Downing needs to be demoted. Yeah, of course. Real Fan Sports is number 1 in our fantasy football league, 2-0, riding high. But hopefully, when they hit me, I'll knock them off. But, my team sucks. So there you go. Whatever. Tighten up, Rossi. It's a must win. I believe so. Upload. Dennis Kelly's on the Colts. No, we're stuck with Tannehill to the offseason. I have a question. I don't, Ashton, at this point, and thank you for tuning in, man. I don't think it's time to start him. I think you got to see. I think you got to give Tannehill to the bye week, and just see if he can pull it together. I think he deserves it. A lot of people probably disagree with me, but I think he deserves it. Hey, Kent. Yeah, I saw you called me earlier, man. I was actually at a movie when you called. Yes, I actually am going to the game. I'll be with Titans Time Podcast and his wife, Tyler and Carrie. And shout out to those guys. If you haven't checked them out, please go give them a like and subscribe. Titans Time Podcast on YouTube. We're trying to get them to 1K this season. They've been around a long time. They put on a great show, and they're doing their thing. Let's see. Titans Fox. He says, I respect your opinion. Yeah, man. Houston's been in there for a while. He's a long time listener, so we appreciate that. Real friend, hope you're having a good stream. Wanted to stop by and show some love. Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks, Titans. Hope my luck continues. My section is 330. I will be in 140 tomorrow, so I got some pretty good seats. So I want to get to this, guys. We all know, the media is not typically going to ask specific questions to the Titans coaches, to Vrabel. Half of them are scared of him, for one thing. And I know that for a fact because I've heard them say they are, or they're intimidated, or that Vrabel is intimidating. But Teron Davenport, and shout out to TD. I don't always see eye to eye with some of his tweets, but shout out to him because he actually asked the question The $1 million question that we've all been wanting them to ask. Ask specifically about Todd Downing. And he did ask him. And I do appreciate him. And I don't know if y'all saw it, but don't worry, because Titans Rossi's got you covered if you didn't see it. So I do have the video of him asking about Todd Downing. Now, it's about a minute long, and he takes a little bit to get into it, to ask him. But TD's a master, and I love the way that he phrased it. But let's pop it on here. This is when he asks, Vrabel's talking about like the play calling and things like that. And Teron asked him about Downing. Let me know what y'all think about it.
Teron, no process that we've had has been good enough on offense, on defense, or special teams. So, you know, whether it's Chase and Ark, whether it's Timmy and Todd, whether it's Shane and defensive staff, Jim, me, whoever, none of it's been good enough. You know, I mean, when you lose, we all could do more. Everybody has to come in here a little bit better with our approach. Just kind of continue to focus on all the little things and just trying to bring somebody along with us. We all get in this mode where it's like, oh man, I feel now's not the time for self-preservation. This is the time for, you know, rallying around each other, getting, you know, with the people that you believe in, the people that you trust.
And so with that being said, you know, so many fans, they say, hey, you know, as soon as something goes wrong, it's like, hey, fire Coach Downing. How do you respond to that?
And that's just not, you know, I mean, if I felt like there was anybody that, you know, wasn't doing their job, we're just not going to do that. That's not something that's going to happen right now. I've had confidence in our staff. I have confidence in the guys that we put out there. We have to continue to coach and execute better. But that's, you know, that's just not where we're, you know, that's, I appreciate everybody's, you know, opinion. I have to make sure that, you know, everybody here, that players and coaches are all aligned, and I know that they are, and that's how you get things fixed and you win a game.
Do you continue?
So there you go. And TD's pretty good, man. He phrased it like some of the fans are saying. Of course, he blamed it on the fans. Blame it on us, TD. But whatever. You know, I mean, yeah, like you said, Tiger, he's not going to throw him under the bus. He's not going to throw his coach on their, you know, in a press conference under the bus. But, you know, and he says he's constantly covering for Todd and all that. There's going to be a point, and if we keep losing and the offense keeps sucking, there's going to be a point where the fans are going to be outraged, and it's going to be too much. There's going to be a point where they're going to have to make a change. If we're 0-5 by the bye week, you best believe it. There's got to be a change. There is a reason that they brought in Tim Kelly. You don't bring in a guy like Tim Kelly just to bring in a guy like Tim Kelly. You know, there's a reason they brought him in. He was the passing game coordinator or whatever. There's a reason they brought him in. Now, Downing, you know, you got to start running the football, man. I understand, you know, the Kings got off to a slow start. You know, some people are saying the King has lost a step. I don't really see that, because one thing, the King needs at least 2 steps to get going in his stride. And I can't remember who posted a video of it or something like that, or some type of stat. And it was very interesting. When you're calling pitch plays, ditch to pitch, hashtag ditch to pitch, when you're calling pitch plays and the King is getting hit 3-4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, everybody's missing their blocks. What do you expect, man? There was some decent run plays in the Buffalo game. I don't know if y'all remember in the beginning. Henry was getting 4-5 yards here and there when they were running it up the middle or off the guard, off the left or right guard. Why do you not stay with that? Why do you go back? Why do you keep going back to something that's not working? The only credit that I give Downing in that game was there was 2 like 3rd and shorts, 3rd and 1s in the beginning of the game, and he did a quarterback sneak, and he handed it off to Henry, I think. So that was better. That was better. But can Todd Downing improve from this point? Do we really trust him to improve from this point? We'll see. We'll see come against the Raiders. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Derrick Henry, I don't think Derrick Henry is washed. And y'all let me know in the comments. But if you can't even get to your second freaking step, how do you expect anybody to do anything? He's not Chris Johnson. You know, he can't just run 5 yards back and then dodge everybody. I think Derrick Henry just needs a breakout game. And I think you got to give him 25 to 30 carries this game. I think you do. And y'all let me know how many carries in this game should Derrick Henry get for us to win? And I'll put it on the screen here. How many carries should Derrick Henry get this game? And y'all let me know, because I'm thinking 25 to 30. 25 to 30 this game. You run the rock. The Raiders' run defense has been terrible. There's let's see, rushing yards against. They're 16th, but that stat's not, it's kind of misleading. You know, you got to run the rock, man. You got to pound the rock. Let the king get going. Let him get into his stride. Don't do pitch plays. Ditch the pitch. You know what I mean? And let him get going. So how many carries do y'all want Derrick Henry to have in this game? Or do you think he should have in this game? Because I think he needs 25 to 30, in my opinion. I think you got to just pound them. Play action. You know, Downing needs to go back and look at how Arthur Smith ran this offense. Now, the personnel is totally different. You don't have A.J. Brown. You don't have, you lost Roger Saffold. And Saffold was a great player. You know, yes, he was hurt, but he played hurt most of the time. You know, you're missing a lot of these key guys, but you did improve the tight ends. You got Austin Hooper. You got Chig. Freaking use them. Use them. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Throw the ball. Let Burks play more. He played like 47% of the snaps last game, 37% the first game. You need to play Burks more. He has the most targets. He's getting open. Play him the whole freaking game. Like, it's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Let's see. Henry needs at least 25. It'll open up the pass. Tony McKee says, but we have no receivers who are a threat. Just stack the line. That could be. And you're right, Tony. You're right. I mean, they're not scared of our passing game at all. But I do believe we do have some talent there. I honestly believe it's the offensive line. They're just not giving him time. I believe there's some talent. We showed flashes of it last game. We used Hooper a little bit. Woods got involved. Burks was involved. You got to get Phillips involved, even though he practically doesn't have any use of his right arm or whatever arm it is. But it's time to get these guys involved. Well, you got to dink and dunk or whatever. Be efficient, you know. Titans Fox says the pitch killed us. Those don't count, but the run rock with the zone blocking scheme about 23 times. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, dude. Yes, we should have. That was a gigantic mistake. DBS, what's up, DBS? How you doing, man? I think we need to have a much better O-line, and we can be a passing team. Yes, and that is the main issue right now is the O-line. And that's one thing that I posted on Twitter. It got like 1,000 likes and a bunch of comments. It's a shame. It's a crying shame. You got all off season. Plenty of offensive linemen out there. You got all offense. The Bengals picked up, and I don't know if it's working for them, but there was offensive line out there. Offensive linemen, veterans. And you don't do anything. You don't do anything to better the weak spot on your team other than the tight end position. I feel like we're almost wasting the king at this point. You know, are we wasting the king? It's just the O-line has been pitiful. Like I said, they did nothing to improve it. They declined. You got a 270-pound guard. And look, I like Aaron Brewer. I do. All right. I like him as a player. He's gritty. He's tough. But the guy's too small. He's getting blown up. I don't know if y'all saw that play last game where he got tossed like a rag doll. It's just, you know, that's the one thing that irritates me more than anything. One of your biggest weaknesses, and you didn't do anything to change it. So, I mean, are we wasting the king? I still think the king's in his prime. You know what I mean? I think he's got 1 or 2 more prime years left. And it's like, come on, man. Come on. You know, like, I just feel like you're putting your money in the wrong places. So, Titan Anderson Sports is in the building. You guys go follow him. He just hit 7K. Titan Upload just hit 10K. So those guys got 17,000 subs between them. So you guys go follow Titan Anderson Sports. He posts content like almost every day. So you guys go give him a follow. And the watch parties tomorrow. You'll have TA Sports and you'll have Titan Upload. So they'll both be rocking the watch parties. Y'all go tune into those. They're big hits. They get over 500 to 1,000 viewers every watch party, and it's a lot of fun. I'll be at the game tomorrow, so I won't be able to tune in much to them, but they're just a lot of fun, guys. So y'all make sure and tune in to them. Stop running the toss. They are averaging 0.8. Whew. I'm just gonna let's just leave this comment on the screen for a minute. I'll give you about 10 seconds. All right. What? Like, are you kidding me? Like, dude, I know they have analytics. I know I'm pretty pissed off tonight, guys. It's been all week. I haven't had a show. They got analytic guys. They look at this stuff. 0.86 yards on a toss play. Take it out the book. Take it out the book, Downing. It ain't working. It is not working, cuz. It's time to take it out, bro. We can't do this no more. Unbelievable. Thank you for that stat, man. Thank you for that stat. If you got a Twitter, please let me know what your Twitter is. Tweet that and I'll retweet it, man. Because that is an insane stat. I don't get why we don't address the O-line and fix the problem. I don't know, JS. I don't know. It's the great mystery. It is the great mystery that it's the $1 million question that we're all trying to figure out, you know. But hey, what are we? We're just fans, right? We don't know nothing. We don't know nothing. Andrew Frill says Vrabel is stubborn and won't make a change with the play calling. We'll be 0-5. I hope not, brother. I hope not. Personal decisions killed us against both of our. Yes, personnel is another thing. Personnel, we haven't even got into that. Don't even get me started on that, man. I want to move into the Raiders game. Don't even get me started on the personnel issues. Holy crap, dude. Holy crap. Swain and Torrey Carter. No, you had like Henry and Torrey Carter out wide and Swain. Like, what? Like, we have wide receivers. Like, I mean, we do have wide receivers. I don't know if Todd knows that or not, but we do have pretty fast, skilled wide receivers that can play those positions. Like, I don't, you know. Good Lord, man. I'm gonna have a stroke tonight. The issues on the O-line are J-Rob 2020-21 draft picks. Yeah, definitely. The Power Hour, the infamous Power Hour, go check him out. He is a part of the Titan Upload Network as well. Hey, everyone. Shout out to all of you for making our shows fantastic. Draft Brian is raving about Jalen Duncan from Maryland as a replacement from Luan. And we will have Draft Brian on here. Draft Brian is he's the newest member of the Titan Upload Network. He is a draft guru. You guys are going to like him, man. I promise you. There he is right there. You guys are really going to like him. If you haven't seen him on Titan Upload's channel, he is awesome. Just a wealth of knowledge, and he knows his players in the draft and players in the league too. So we'll get him on here one week, and we'll talk about some of these guys and stuff like that. Titans have one guy who does it with the analytics thing. Downing's play calling is far too predictable. Steve Pohill, Vrabel said they were going to simplify the playbook. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would hope so. Not in a bad way. We got rid of Malcolm Adoree, Vaccaro. Let's get rid of the O-line. Yeah, I mean, this could be, if we have a bad year, if we don't, somehow pull together like 10 wins, I think they're gonna clean house. I mean, I think it's gonna be a rebuilding year next year, unfortunately. Good news. Yes, and we didn't talk about MPF, but that is good. I mean, MPF has played really well. He's like number 6 in run blocking. So that is a very good sign that he is playing the way that he is playing. Up road, they're running the sweep because teams are double A gap blitzing us, so we can't run up the middle. J. Rob effed up this offseason. Yep. SM Ducky, this was one of our best drafts. I disagree, Steve. What gave up screwed us 2022. Demoted Tom Kelly. Todd Downing and promoted Tim Kelly. Yeah, I hope so, guys. I really hope so. We'll see what happens. Now, on a more positive note, and I do want to, get to some positivity, talk about what the Titans are doing good. Are they doing anything good? I don't know. But they are doing some good. But I do want to post this. And we, this stuff doesn't get put out there a lot. It doesn't get a lot of play on Twitter and things like that. But shout out to Mason Kinsey. He did the Titans in the community thing and went to a school. And a really cool video on Facebook. If you have time, go check it out. One of the kids at the school, that was like his wish for Kinsey to come to the school. And it was just a really heartwarming video. And I know it was exciting for Mason and his family. Out of all the players on the Titans, they chose Mason Kinsey. So shout out to him for doing that and getting the opportunity. Pretty cool, I thought. And so I do want to get into the game some, and we will pull up the injury report. And let's see. Another thing too, before we get into that, well, I guess this ties into the game. Who would you guys have as punt returner for this game? Would you keep Kyle Phillips out there as punt returner? This has been a hot topic all week because he has muffed 2 punts in a row. Now I think a lot of that has to do with his bum shoulder. And, from what I hear, from what my source told me, was that he's got a grade 3 joint separation. Now they haven't released that in the media or anything, but that's what he's got. It's pretty lingering injury. It's probably going to linger on for weeks if he doesn't rest it. I don't think they should put him in there as punt returner. I think this is too important of a game. I think you let him get a couple weeks of practice and you put somebody like Bobby Trees back there or somebody else who can just catch the ball. I don't even care if you run it. Fair catch it every time. Just somebody who can catch the ball. Like I said, I do not care. You don't have to do one punt return. Just catch the ball. And I think you got to sit Phillips on punt return. I think just keep him at wide receiver. One thing, he's hurt. You don't want to risk him getting hurt anymore if you need him at wide receiver. I don't know how many snaps he had last game, but he was only targeted 1 time. So, I mean, I think at this point, you got to put a veteran back there. And would you guys keep him as punt returner? Let me know in the chat. Let me know yes, no, whatever. We'll post them on the screen here. Titan Pratt, and shout out to Titan Pratt. Y'all go follow his channel on YouTube. Titan Pratt up. He says no. Alex Mann says Burks, he wants the job. Again, I don't want Burks out there. And there's a reason why. One thing, he's a rookie. Same thing. He's a rookie. Now, is he a better rookie? Probably. But I just, I want a veteran out there. It has nothing to do with Burks' ability. I think Burks is going to be awesome for us. I really think Burks is the next A.J. Brown for us. I think he's that talented. I really do. I think once he really gets going, he's going to be hard to stop. I really think he can be that type of player. Tiger says not this week. Al Pierce says booby trees for now. MB says I would keep Phillips. Last chance. He's not hurt, but a very short lease. Yeah, I mean he is hurt, so I don't know, man. I just don't trust him. Marcus Johnson. Oh wait, he was released. Another offseason. Yep, and that's one that everybody loved Marcus Johnson. Did a reverend just call him booby tree? Yeah, I think it was a mistake. I would put Reggie Robertson. Oh wait, they cut him too. That's right, they did cut him. Make Kinsey full-time punt. I mean, Kinsey did practice all off season. I mean, do I think they should put him in? I don't know. I mean, he's inexperienced at it, and I love Mason Kinsey. Believe me, we are huge Mason Kinsey supporters on this channel. But, is it his time? I think he would help us more out on offense. But, hey, if he can catch the ball, so be it. Tyra says Hillard. I would love to see Hillard back there, but is Hillard good at catching the ball? Why haven't they put him in there at this point? Put NWI. I agree. NWI would probably be a good guy to put back there. I think he's returned some punts for us before, or he's been back there. Yeah, don't put your best right. I believe so too. I agree with you. Awaken to the eternal.com. I agree with you there. Keep Phillips. If we were Rudy, Kyle Phillips, if he were Rudy and make mistakes twice, he'll man up and make sure. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I think he's going to get better. I just feel like if you were 2-0, I think you're talking about a different story, but we can't afford one mistake in this game. We can't afford one rookie mistake in this game. This is going to be a tough game, guys. Yeah, the Raiders are 0-2, but they're no chumps. Derek Carr can throw the ball all over you if you don't watch out. He's thrown the ball for over 4,000 yards in like the past 5 seasons. I mean, the guy can fling the rock around, but he can hurt you, Fulton, thank God we got Fulton back. Thank you, God. He says 30. Hollister can take punishment and is fearless. I like Hollister, but I mean, as a blocker, pretty much. Titans are not winning tomorrow, unfortunately. We'll see. I think they can win. I think it's a winnable game. You're at home. I think they got a good shot. They just gotta. I think they're gonna come out ready, man. And who knows, guys? Maybe this Buffalo game was a wake-up call. Maybe this was a wake-up call for them to get in there and kick some ass, MB, no, please don't put Farley back there. Farley, if he could return punts, he runs like a 4.2 740 or something, so that'd be awesome. But, I just don't think you should put him back there at this point. You know what I mean? Let's get to the injury report, guys. And what we got here is kind of crazy. This injury bug just keeps happening and happening. It's just wild that this just keeps going on and on every season, or continuing from last season. They got to do something different, but here's the issue. Our nickel corner, the guy who's been playing nickel, Ugo Amadi, is out. So, Fulton is in, which is awesome, but Molden is still out. Molden can't be back till week 5. So who's going to play against the slot receiver? Amadi's out. You got Chris Jackson, Action Jackson, the guy they were putting up against Stephon Diggs last week. I have no idea why you wouldn't switch McCreary over the Diggs every single time. Why would you not keep McCreary on Diggs? It just blew my mind. It blew my mind there in that game. Avery was on Diggs. Freaking Chris Jackson was on Diggs. It was terrible. Obviously, what's really hurting us too is Ola is out and Bud Dupree is out. We're paying Dupree all this money, can't stay healthy. They're both out. So our pass rush is hurting, guys. Our pass rush is hurting. Luckily, Autry's going to be playing. He was a full participant. Like I said, Fulton's going to be playing, which is, God, we need Fulton, man. Dontrell Hillard, I think, is a huge piece of our offense. He'll be playing. Joe Jones looks like he'll be playing. Kyle Phillips is doubtful. Kyle Phillips might not even play, guys. I mean, he's not even he's worse than questionable. He is doubtful. And Zach Cunningham is questionable. Zach Cunningham might not even play. He's been playing like crap, but he might not even play. And you got no depth at middle linebacker, so that's a big issue as well. Jamarco Jones, he's on the IR now. He hasn't done anything. Another crap pickup on the offensive line. So it looks like Dennis Daly is going to be starting, or Dylan Radins. I would say they're going to start Dennis Daly, who you traded a 5th round. You traded a Kyle Phillips for a Dennis Daly, basically, is what you did. So we'll see what happens with that, man. I am not convinced that Daly just looks slow, man. He looks like this year's Kendall Lamb to me. I mean, we'll see what happens. Hopefully he can man up. Raiders fans do. I think it's not even necessarily a fact that they travel well. They just have a lot of fans everywhere. They had a lot of fans here before the Titans got here, too. So there's going to be a lot of Raiders fans there tomorrow, and especially them being 0-2. Phillips back, Hillard's back. And I don't know, Alex. It's getting to a point where it's just ridiculous, man. It's getting to a point where it's ridiculous. Oh, look who showed up. Titans Rusty. Maybe we could put Titans Rusty as or Titans Scruffy as our punt returner. He's got some pretty big paws. He probably would do a better job. You know what I mean? I know he's healthy and he does eat pretty good. So maybe Titans Scruffy. Could you go out there and return punts? He's like, hell no, man. I just want to lay around and do nothing. Maybe we could put him out there. He'd be elusive. I know that. He would be very elusive. Phillips most likely won't play either. Yeah, that's an issue too. And if Phillips doesn't play, who are you putting in the slot? I mean, NWI can play the slot a little bit. And, Gordon, do they call up Kenzie if Phillips doesn't play? I mean, I don't think you could call him up at this point. I don't know. I think do you guys know how much time it has? I think there's a time cutoff for when they can call players up, but I'm not sure what that is. Maybe somebody in the chat, if y'all know, or if you can Google it, let me know. If we don't control the clock, we will not win this game. 100% agree with you there, Bill. 100% agree. I don't understand why we keep looking to the scrap heap when we need. I don't either, man. DBS says it looks like this cat's cool, man. He was an old feral cat. He's actually got one ear clipped from when he was neutered at the pound. But he was an old feral cat, and my roommate's mother told me that she had this old cat, and he's not old. He's like a year. But this old scruffy-looking cat, and I took him in, man. He had fleas all bitten on him, and his tail was all eaten up, and now he's good to go, man. He's put on about 5 pounds, and he's good to go, man. He's an awesome cat. I was listening to the Raiders podcast, and Raiders fans are actually worried about. They should be worried about facing any team. Should be worried about facing Derrick Henry. I just can't see them winning and are going to be 0-5 by the bye. What happens then? Well, you got to make changes. I don't think we're going to be 0-5 though, Andrew. I really don't. I got hope. I mean, I know I've been complaining a lot, but I do got hope in this team, man. We might give up a lot of pass yards. Well, yeah, that's true. But I think if it's vice versa, or if it's like that, I think we win the game. Who is plugging in for Bud Dupree? Well, let's take a look at the depth chart, shall we? I think now you guys. I think Weaver has been the guy that's been plugging in for Dupree mainly. And you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Weaver who has been stepping in for Dupree mainly. And I think it's been mainly Weaver. I might be wrong about that. Y'all let me know in the chat if I am, but I believe it's just been Weaver mainly. 2 and 3 by or maybe 3 and 2. Yeah, I mean, I hope we're at least 2 and 3 by the bye. 3 and 2 would be incredible. If we get to 3 and 2 by the bye, if we rip off 3 straight wins, we're in good shape. We are in good shape, guys. If we rip off 3 straight wins, yeah, I mean, that means we've improved, we've worked some things out. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. You look at the schedule here, as DBS brought this up. Obviously, loss against the Giants, which we should have won that game. Loss against the Bills. You got the Raiders, Colts, and Washington. So if you can pull out, if the Titans can pull out this Raiders game, then you got the Colts at home. I think it's at home. No, that's at Indy. Yeah, is it at Indy? Why does it say at home? That's weird. Okay, yeah, it's at Indy, which Indy's always going to be a tough game, but it's a very winnable game. They got a lot of problems there too. Matt Ryan is not looking too great. So I think that's a winnable game. And then Washington's been playing decent. Carson Wentz has been – I picked up Carson Wentz in fantasy because Trey Lance went down, and Carson Wentz has been absolutely killing it for me. So, I mean, you never know, man. This league is tough. But if we can be 3 and 2 by the bye, if we can rip off 3 straight wins, we're back in there. And that means some good things have been happening if we can do that. So, yeah, obviously that's the ideal situation. You know, you'd like to win at least 2. At least 2. Hell, we just need 1 win at this moment. Weaver's been plugging in for Landry. I thought I could be. Yeah, he has. Weaver did great against the Giants, but nobody did good the last game. Everybody sucked. The whole team sucked the last game. If we don't really have a very good pass rush. Yeah, no, Wentz is a good pickup for now. You know, we'll see what he continues to do, but yeah, we need to sweep our division. Yeah, we do. Of course. That's the main thing. 3 and 2 would be great. Our division are coming up 3 of them in the next 5 games. Yep, definitely. So it sucks that Taylor Lewan is out for the year. It's a shame. You know, I think at this point, you know, I think he should probably just retire. I mean, he'll probably try and come back next season. I don't think he's going to be a Titan anymore. I think it's ran its course, and I love Taylor Lewan. I wanted him back this year. It's a shame we don't have him because, you know, when he's out there, he's still one of the more above average tackles in the league. And it's a shame that he's hurt, and you know, he's been here a long time, man. He's been here a long time. I'm not going to sit here and bash him. It just sucks that happened. You know, he's a team guy, and hopefully he'll get back if he wants to get back. But I think it's his time is done versus us. You know what I mean? I don't know if I played this earlier. This was Derrick Henry. The title of this video, how can the Titans turn this ship around? You got to everybody says it, but you got to get back to the basics, man. You got to get back to the basics of what you do. Running the football, play action, playing tough, hard-nosed football, getting to the quarterback, and tackling. There's been a lot of missed tackles, but here's Henry talking about what needs to be done.
I have the same mindset. Getting back to the basics, doing what we do, doing what we know how to do, and go out there and execute it. I think we did it in that first drive, but we didn't sustain it throughout the game, and end up losing. That's what happens. But I think you just keep working on it, keep heavy emphasis on it when you're out here on the practice field, meeting room, and continue to work on it until Sunday comes. This takes all 11. We got to be better. My part, I got to do my part to be better, and it takes all 11. So just focusing on it, being better at it, and working it out here. Come Sunday, make it all come together.
So yada yada yada, same old player spiel about got to get better, teamwork, but it's true. It is true. Let's look at. Well, we're gonna go another 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Let's look at some of these game stats, these team comparisons for the Raiders and Titans, kind of where we both stand in team rankings. Now it's week 2. So you don't really, can't really get a real good read on how these are going to end up towards the season's end. As far as that goes, it looks like the Titans are a 2.5-point favorite from Vegas, which actually kind of surprises me. So team comparison, points scored for game. Raiders are 13th, averaging 21. The Titans are 28th. Look at these numbers for the Titans. They're terrible. Other than sacks, they're terrible. Total yards per game, Raiders are 21st with 345 50 yards per game. We are 29th in yards per game. Passing yards per game. This is where the Raiders can get you. They're 9th in the league. We are 27th. Rushing yards. The Raiders are 30th. We're 25th. Total time of possession, 23rd to 20th. Points against per game, Raiders aren't doing too well there either. They're 25th, 26.5. We are 30th. Total yards against per game, the Raiders are a little better than us in that department, 23rd. We're 26th. Passing yards against per game. Now, this is a big one too. The Raiders are 29th. 29th against the pass. We are 17th against the pass, which is surprising to me. Rushing yards against per game. Now, this is pitiful right here. This is pitiful, guys. It just hurts my heart to see a Titans team this bad against the run, especially this early on in the season. 31st against the run. Good Lord, man. In sacks, the Raiders are 30th. They have literally one sack. One sack. And I believe that they have, what's his name, that blew up Lawan last year, but he hasn't done anything this year. What was that guy's name? Y'all let me know in the chat. Who was the guy that blew up Lawan? Had like 4 or 5 sacks in that game. And then interceptions, we both have one tied at 13th. That doesn't really matter. I do want to get to the stat. Let's see if we can pull the stats up here. So Derek Carr, 84.7 rating, 4 TDs to 3 interceptions, 547 yards. And I believe was Josh Jacobs out? I didn't even look at the Raiders. Where is the damn injury report here? I want to say somebody told me that Josh Jacobs was out. And why can't I find this injury report? Here it is. Chandler Jones, that's who it was. Somebody told me, Josh Jacobs is questionable. Hunter Renfrow is out. So, yeah, I mean, they got Jacobs and all that, but Hunter Renfrow is out. So that's huge. Devontae Adams, 12 catches, 153 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he's done pretty good. Darren Waller, another guy who's going to kill you. 10 catch. Those are the 2 guys you have to stop. You have to stop. You have to stop Waller. Definitely Adams. Thank God Fulton is playing because that could be a nightmare. Jacobs is 6, but he made the trip, may play. Josh Jacobs didn't fly with the team. So he made the trip or he didn't make the trip because one's saying he did and one's saying he didn't. They need to play Raidens at left tackle, put Daly at right tackle. MPF has been playing really well at right tackle, so I don't think you should move him. I think he's playing really well. Ate him up first against the Cards. Chandler's licking his lips. And the thing is, Chandler didn't do much after that game last season. I mean, he didn't really do a whole lot after that game. All right, rushing, Josh Jacobs, 29, 126, 4.3 yards. So not terrible. Mike, who is Hollins? I don't even know who this guy is. He's a wide receiver. So wide receiver, drafted in the 4th round, 2017, kind of a journeyman. Played with Miami last couple years. So he has just as many targets. Let me get back to it here. Sorry, guys. He has just as many well, he's got 6 targets, 82 yards. Hunter Renfrow, obviously, big target for them. And you see here for us, Ryan Tannehill, 77.8 QBR, which is terrible. Derrick Henry, not the Derrick Henry we want to see so far. I blame it on the offensive line and the play calling, though. 3.1 yards per carry. And Treylon Burks, this is why you need to play Treylon Burks more. Why not play the guy, 80% of the offensive snaps? He is the leading receiver. He's been getting open. He's averaging 14.6 yards a catch. Get him, let him play. Let him be the starting number 1 guy. Bobby Trees, 5 catches. Hillard's got 3 for 61. He had that good game. Kyle Phillips, hopefully we can get him involved. Nick Westbrook he's Nick Westbrook. Austin Hooper, got to get that guy involved too. Got to get that guy involved. I'm tired of seeing Swaim. I really am. Just tweeted you, Rossi. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'll check it out when I get in there. Josh Jacobs is traveling. Oh, okay, I see you. Oh yeah, you are. You already follow me on there. I appreciate that. Here, I'll follow you back right now. Boom. There you go. Josh Jacobs is traveling to join the team. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, he probably will be playing then. As far as that goes. I wanted to pull up the defensive stats for Vegas, but I don't know. Maybe if I click on them and then go to it, it'll show me. There we go. We'll go to the stats here. Come on. Okay, so the only one with the Max Crosby. He's a guy we gotta watch out for too. Max Crosby's a pretty good player. They got Rock Ya-Sin from the Colts, Chandler Jones. They got a pretty Jayon Brown. Jayon Brown's been starting. He's got 12 tackles. So he's a guy he's a good player, man. I wish we wouldn't have let go of Jayon Brown because we're hurting. We need him right now. He's a guy that we are missing desperately right now. Especially if Zach Cunningham's not a go. That's gonna suck if Cunningham can't play. Because who do we got to back Cunningham up? Dylan Cole? And Dylan Cole is a special teams player. He shouldn't be starting in the league at all. I guess they got Joe Jones. Is he a middle linebacker? Kevin Byard, leading tackler for us. Roger McCreary, the second one. Simmons leads. Well, Simmons and Weaver tied with sacks. You got Dupree with a sack, Autry with a sack. And then, of course, you got Hooker with that interception. Hooker should have had an interception in that last game. He should have. It was ridiculous. I don't know why they didn't review that, and that could have been a turning point in the whole game. I think that really had an effect on the momentum in the game. You know what I mean? We'll get to a few more of your comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. You guys absolutely freaking rock. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. I don't know what we're at as far as likes. I meant to check it. Let me see if I can pull it up here if my phone doesn't be extremely slow. We got, let's see what we got here. We got 25 likes, so not bad. 25 likes, if you can see it there. Let's try and get the 40 or 50. If just back out of the chat room. Just do me a favor real quick, guys, if you haven't yet. Really, nobody ever does it. So please do it real quick. Let's get a little like blitz going on. If you haven't liked the video yet, take 5 seconds right now. Boom, just back out of the chat on your phones and hit the like button for me real quick. It'd be awesome. We could at least get the 30, 40 likes. It helps the algorithm, gets my channel out there, gets the network out there. So just take a quick second for me. Boom, hit that like button. All's well that ends well. Sin City Titans in the building. He said, "What's up, Titan? What's up? Yeah, I haven't heard from you in a few days, man. Not feeling good about this week. Sorry, fellas. Yeah, I hear you, Sin. A lot of people aren't, but hopefully we can pull it out, brother. And I'm going to the game. I'm going to the game. I wasn't going to go to the game because honestly, I didn't want to waste the money, but I got a hell of a deal on a lower level ticket, basically face value, and I couldn't pass it up. And I get to go with Titans Time podcast and Tyler and his wife, Carrie. So I'm excited about that. Big Jeff and Archer, what, tomorrow? I hope you're right, buddy. I hope you're right, Titan South. Thumbs up to them. Why haven't we paid Simmons? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good question. That's one that's lingering. We had 6. We had 6 in literally like 5 seconds. So that's awesome. We can get to 40. If 8 of you in here hasn't hit the like button, hasn't tightened up the like button yet, please do. Back out of the chat. Boom, hit that like button for me. So I appreciate it. We'll chat later. Been busy at work. Titans guy. I hear you, man. I hear you. I understand that. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have an Instagram. I have a Twitter at Titans Rossi. You can follow me there. I got a lot of followers on Twitter. I post on Twitter all the time. So please follow me on Twitter at Titans Rossi. I actually have more followers on Twitter than I have YouTube. But we're trying to get to 2K this season. So you guys help me do that. Tighten up that like button too. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you haven't subscribed yet, go check out Titan Anderson Sports. Go check out Titans for Life and Titans Time Podcast and the Power Hour. Go check out all those guys. They're awesome. They're all awesome. Check out Titans and Truth, Tennessee Titans Weekly, all that. He said, let's get to 50 likes for our boy. Let's see. Clowney Super Bowl. He says, I'm concerned about the fact that we have huge uncertainty at the most important positions. QB, left tackle, edge, wide receiver, looking bleak. Yeah, man, I agree with you. And look, something's got to give. Something's got to give tomorrow. We have to play better. We're at home. We got a chance to redeem ourselves. The Titans have a chance to redeem themselves. So I guess we'll do this. We haven't done it yet, and then we'll wrap up the show with this. Give me your score predictions. If you got score predictions, give me your score predictions. I haven't honestly really thought about it yet, but I don't know. What do you think, Titan Scruffy? I don't know if he's over there. Anyways, I think I'm going to say this. I'm going to go out on a limb. As much as I want to say we're going to lose, I just have a feeling about tomorrow. I have a feeling that we're going to play better, and I think we're going to eke it out. I really do. I'm going to say the Titans 27 and the Raiders 21. That's what I'm going to say. The Titans 27 and the Raiders 21. We get a little redemption at home. I feel like we're going to be able to run the football, and I feel like that's what's going to be the difference in the game. So you guys let me know your score predictions. We'll put them on the screen here. Titans Tiger says Titans 24, Raiders 21. Steve says 21-17 Titans. Nick says 33-26 Raiders. Hate to say, hey man, y'all be honest, man. Y'all be honest. I appreciate it. Trilogy Tater 30 to Trilogy Taylor. I can't talk. 30-16 Raiders. Titans South, Titans 19, Raiders 17. Sin City Titan says 27-20 Raiders. I just won't bet it. And Sin City Titan is obviously from Las Vegas, so he knows the Raiders well. Jay Tyra says 27-15 Raiders. Busy day for Fat Randy. I know, right? But regardless of injuries, we dressed 91 players, still won the AFC. I agree, man. I think if there's one coach out there, Mike Vrabel can do it. Look, I'm pissed at Vrabel, but I still have faith in Vrabel. If there's one coach out there that can turn this ship around, I think Mike Vrabel can do it. Now, can he do it with Downing at the helm? I don't know. But I think Vrabel can do it. Let's just see what tomorrow brings, guys. If we win, we're all happy, right? I don't care how we win. If we win by 1 point, I don't care. We just need a W. We need a W so bad it's not even funny. That's all we need. Titans South says, I smell overtime. Downing stinks. Yeah, we've talked about that a lot already. Bill Kerr says 24-10 Raiders. Titans Fox says 28-17 Titans. We had that. We did. So, anyways, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Still 30 people. Y'all been steady. This whole show. And it means a lot to me. And hopefully this guy tomorrow can get going. We need the old king. We need the freaking 80-yard busting long runs king, man. We need him to come through for us tomorrow. We need this guy to take this team on his back and get us some confidence back, because when we have Derrick Henry running at his fullest, making plays like he does, it makes the whole team better. The whole team feeds off the king, and we need the king to return to his throne tomorrow at Nissan Stadium versus the Raiders. We need to go out there and we need to kick their ass in the run game. We need to kick their ass in the run game, and we need to do it with the king. I feel like this man is the key to victory tomorrow. I really do. I got a good feeling about us being able to get him going. And I really think we will, man. I think we will. Love the show better. We owe the king better. Great show as always. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. I try to bring you guys good quality content. I know I haven't been as active as I used to be, just because the way my job is, that I've been working the past year, it's very mentally demanding, and sometimes it's just hard to get in a mind state where I need to hammer down and make videos, because I like to bring good quality content to you guys. I don't like to just slap up something or have nothing prepared, and I like to bring good quality content to you guys, and that's what the standard of the Titan Upload Network is too. We all like to bring you guys good quality content. Sometimes I can't get more than one show out a week, but I try to. I try to. And I really wanted to do the pre-games at the stadiums, but I've had an issue with my car, so I haven't been able to load all the stuff down there. So hopefully I'll get that going after bye week, and that'll be awesome. We're going to do live shows from the stadium, interview the fans, things like that. I really want to get that going. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Sin City Titan says, yes, go Vols, man. Go Vols. It's awesome. Hey, at least we have one good team in the state, right? Because they've been doing awesome. So congrats to the Tennessee Vols. Go Big Orange. And we'll end it on that, guys. Like I said, tighten up that like button if you haven't yet. Hopefully we've got the 40 likes. We were at 32 not too long ago, so hopefully we got there. So anyways, tighten up, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Be sure to tune in to Titan Uploads channel and Titan Anderson tomorrow. Flip back and forth, show them guys some loves, hit the like button for them during their watch parties. They do a hell of a job. Tighten up, guys. Let's go get this dub tomorrow.